Well, first of all, really proud of our team's performance today. After being off, since last week and not having competition, as a coach, I was really concerned. And I thought the first 4 minutes, our defense wasn't as sharp as it needed to be, and I thought that's what it was, because of. But I thought we settled into the game after the the under 16-minute timeout. I thought from that point on in the first half, our defense was really good. Obviously, we made shots. We shared the basketball. I think at halftime, I think we had 14 assists on 16 made field goals. And for the game to have 23 assists on 28 made field goals, we played the right way. We shared the ball. The ball had energy. These two guys came in and, really did a great job of blocking shots and moving the basketball, moving without the basketball. Jorge to get fouled and get to the free throw line 6 times. G to have 11 points and 5 blocks, and I think he had 5 rebounds. It was great to get those guys some minutes, and they were very productive, as was Nate Santos. So again, really proud of the effort, and look forward to the next one.
Question for both the Twins. I mean, how fun was this one, getting involved, playing some quality minutes together on the floor, and really having both of your best games at Pitt together in this win?
I think it was very fun. Always sharing the cup with my brother is very very fun. And that last play we did, I gave him the 3. He made it. That was really it's almost like a dream you have. Like playing with your brother, making plays in front of awesome crowd, and I'm really happy with it.
Was that one more fun than the play before it though, where you drove for a basket and made a play on your own? Was it more fun the one when you dished to him or the one where you finished?
No, always. I always say the assists are more fun because a bucket makes happy one person, but an assist makes happy 2 persons. So, and being my brother, more happy.
Guillermo, you had 5 blocks on the night. I mean, Jorge had 4, but it seemed like you guys were really feeling the energy on defense. What's gone into developing that defensive presence for you guys?
I don't know. We work on defense every day. I think it's just reading what the guy is gonna do, and also I think I had one block when he got drive and he's not fouling. He's letting me take a bad shot, and those are the perfect ones to smash the ball and just celebrate. So yeah.
When you guys get a block like that, what's the energy like from your team when you're feeling that that impact on the game?
I think it's awesome. That happened the first game here at Pitt, and we got a tech for that. But you can see the energy in those plays.
Guillermo, you were part of both of you were a part of a bench effort with over 40 points. I mean, can you just talk about what this reserve group has been through this year, where you've been called upon for different roles, but tonight it was to just contribute to a dominant scoring effort?
It's like the same thing I said before. I think we are in the bench. We are all ready. We had an amazing group of guys. We all are working every day. There's no one left behind, and everyone in the bench is ready to step up and make plays and help the team raise the energy or maintain the energy. So it's a great thing we have here.
Guillermo, Coach mentioned how there were 6 days in between your last game and then tonight. How much was that extra rest beneficial for you guys in this game?
Off days are always good, but you gotta at least do something on your off day. You cannot just take the whole off day. Do some treatment, do something. But it's always good to get off days. But especially when you come back, you gotta come back with an extra energy to recover the 2 days that you were just laying in bed.
Well, Jorge, there was a sequence in the second half, right before timeout, where you were going for rebounds underneath the basket, and they kept, there was 3 or 4 different. Can you take us through that? What was going through your mind? You're trying to get
Honestly,
the ball.
I was under the rim, and all I saw is I think it was number 34 jumping over me every time, and I was just trying to get the ball, but he always jump over me, and there was a moment he shot, and I saw the ball, and I was like, that's my ball. I gotta get it. So I just jump, I grab it, and I hold to it, and they were grabbing my face. You can see the scars in my face. I was just holding the ball till the ref called something, and I don't know. I feel like it was just a constant fight, and I don't know, it felt great having the ball finally.
How much more prepared do you feel for fights like that after all the work that you guys have put in, to get ready for games like this?
Yeah, I mean, we practice that every day with Theo, kinda with the pad, but once you get in the game, it's just like real life, because it's no more a pad, it's just like bone, and it really hurts now. But it's like mentally you're ready just to, as I say, I saw the ball, I didn't care who was hitting me. I saw the ball and I went and grabbed it, and I think that's important thanks to Theo.
I think Fede had a layup that he went through contact and he finished it. That's literally what we practice with Theo. Practice getting a smash with the pad and finish it through a contact, and the work is paying off.
Jorge and then Guillermo, if I may, what has it been like to be a part of this team?
Honestly, since I get here to America, I was very worried about selfish players, because it's what you see overseas. It's just players playing one-on-one every time, and I kind of didn't like that. But coming here to Pitt, having these teammates, it's been awesome, because they are so happy to share the ball, and you can see in the stats, I don't know, 23 assists. It just reflects like how we move the ball, how we share the ball, how we care for each other, because most of the passes is just you have a great shot, a good shot, but with that extra pass, you create a great shot for your teammate, and if he makes it, just like it's very happy, and just I've been very lucky with that, and having last year too, I had great teammates, so I'm really happy.
I think we all have more joy when a teammate makes a basket than our own basket. I think I'm talking about like the whole team. I think we all enjoy when like someone makes a play, someone makes a basket more than like when we do it ourselves. So that's like big thing.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw the smile you had, when they were giving answers. How much joy does it bring you to see these guys play so well and really get some shine?
They are awesome. Those two young guys, man, are awesome. I mean, from the time they took their official visit here, and every day we get to be around them. I mean, they have joy for playing basketball, for being good teammates, for working. They're not afraid of it. They're going to be really good players here. And I was happy that they were able to get extended minutes and play well. They were able to do that because they played well.
Is that energy carry? I mean, you have old guys like Nelly and Jamar. I mean, do you see it impact those guys?
Our whole team is that way. I mean, it's been that way, to be honest with you, really from the beginning. And, even when we lost those 3 games in a row, and the third one earlier in the year when we played VCU, those 2 guys came in and gave us a huge jolt and put us in a position where we had a chance to win. And you saw it then. You saw the energy that everyone felt and how happy everyone was for them. We just weren't able to win it then. But our whole team is that way. I mean, they care about each other. They're happy for each other. And it's been pretty cool to be around.
23 assists, now the most you guys have had on the year, but you talk about that's been you guys' game having a high assist rate to point. How proud are you to see your guys execute in that way, even in games like this where the game's getting away?
Yeah, I'm really proud of that, just because, like they said, you pass up a good shot for a better shot, and we were able to make a lot of shots tonight. I think that's because the ball had energy. We shot the heck out of it. We shared it. I would like to have less turnovers than we had tonight, but the 23 assists were great.
Greg's had a really solid stretch here over these last few games. What goes into that kind of work for a shooter like him, and what have you noticed him doing maybe over these last couple of weeks to get him into this groove that he's in?
I just think you just keep shooting. That's the main thing. I mean, Greg is always doing extra work, so you just keep shooting, and then you have to have convenient amnesia. If you miss shots, as long as they're good shots, it's you got to have the confidence that you're going to make the next one. And we have a lot of confidence in G.
You've said that phrase, convenient amnesia, about a few players now. Would you classify your team as a whole as having that trait?
Well, I think the thing we've talked about all year is just staying in the moment. And, we can't let the past affect us. And that's, if you turn it over, you can't let it affect the next play. If you miss a shot, you can't let it affect the next play. If you do something great, You can't let it affect the next play in a negative way. Sorry. It's the same thing. We have to be in the moment all the time.
Jeff, 13 blocks from your team tonight, and 10 of them, or 12 of those 13, excuse me, come from guys who will probably be back next year. How optimistic are you about the youth that you have in your front court right now?
I love my team. Again, we're just staying present. We're focused on right now and trying to get better each day. And that's all we're concerned about. But I love this group of guys.
Do you see the progress in those kind of numbers with those young guys? Because entering this season, it was supposed to be about the front court, but it was supposed to be about a guy who's not playing right now. And with all three of these guys taking on more than what they were expected to, do you see numbers like that and just ooze pride essentially because of the way they're playing?
Well, I'm proud of them because they work, because they've earned it. It's not just that there was opportunity. They've earned this because of how they worked every day. Those three guys, they love the gym. They love it. They're here early. They're here late. They're always together. They call themselves, it's really four of them, they call themselves the quadruplets. It's the twins, Federico and Nate. And they're not afraid of the process. They enjoy it, and they do it with joy every time they're in this facility.
Jeff, I know how you think, and I also know there's 7 games left, but do you know, or do you care that you're in first place right now?
Nope. I care that we won this game, and we did some really good things. I'll go evaluate the tape, and then we got to go play Florida State, who beat us here. And they're playing really well right now, and so that's all I'll allow myself to focus on.
Is it a badge of maturity and staying in the moment for your guys to keep sticking to a game plan even when you're getting away from a team that you're clearly playing better than and you're hitting the shot? I mean, at one point you guys were shooting like 79%. Is that another level of maturity to stay focused, even that?
Yeah, that's one of the big things we talked about at halftime, was to be mature, to not play the score. We feel like we're playing for something bigger. And so we're trying to get better each second we're out there. And so to play the game the right way, just like we did the first 20 minutes, to come out right away and execute, to get stops, to correct some things that, we talked about at halftime defensively that we felt like we could do a little bit better. And our guys did a really, really good job the first 4 minutes to come out, get stops, score, get stops and score, and to extend the lead.
You guys just had 3 games that came right down to the very end. Obviously that said something about your team that you were able to win those games. Does it say almost as much about your team that you're able to win a game like this, where you do control the majority?
Look, anytime you can win a game like this is great. The thing I'm proud of is that we were off for 6 days. As far as competition, we didn't have competition. For us, where we are right now, we can't have a lot of competition in practice because we have guys that are banged up. And so we've been dealing since last Wednesday. We took 2 days off. We came back on Saturday. We had a couple of guys that were sick and couldn't practice. And so there's not a lot of competition of physicality we can do. That breaks your rhythm. So I was proud that after the first 4 minutes that we were able to get back in that mode and getting stops and executing. So I was proud of that effort after 6 days of minus competition, that we were able to come out and perform like we did.
Thanks, Coach.